What's up, guys? We are back for another NECA Toys review, a brand new Predator review, one that I have really been looking forward to, one that is just a favorite Predator just in general for me, from the source material, from its comic book origins, to the movie that it has a small role in. But this is one that I'm really excited to take a look at. Today we have got the Ultimate Golden Angel figure. So this is a brand new Ultimate Edition Predator from NECA Toys. So of course he comes in a kind of deluxe packaging with some great comic artwork there on the front, showing the Golden Angel kind of crouched down, waiting to strike. The side panel has got some more comic style artwork, and then the back has got a bunch of product shots showing the figure, all his accessories done up in a comic panel style. And then of course, being an ultimate package, you can pop that guy open and you've got product shots here on the inner flap, a big window that showcases a figure, so take him out, put him back in. You got collector friendly packaging here, so great presentation in general, but we of course have got to pull him out. So let's do it. Let's take a look. Alright guys, here he is. We have got our Golden Angel Predator out of the package, and this is one that, like I said, I've been really looking forward to taking a look at, to getting a hold of. And for the uninitiated out there, just so you know who this guy is, he does come from the Dark Horse comic books, but this is kind of the earlier version of a Predator that we see in Predator 2. This is the elder Predator at the end of that movie that gives Danny Glover's character the flintlock pistol. So he is hundreds of years old, and he got that pistol on Earth, you know, a couple hundred years ago. That's why he has it, and he's just changed in color a bit. He's aged. They call him Greyback when he's older. He's the Golden Angel now. So that gives you an idea of where he comes from. We have a pretty stellar figure here, though, all things considered. After watching this review, if you want to grab one, of course, head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. But let's get right to it and check out Articulation and see what this guy can do. So as usual, we will start at the head. Got a big old ball joint up there. He goes up really far, down all the way, rotate side to side, bobble. Of course, you've got a plasma caster over here, so it will get in the way. It will hinder some movement. Up and down, rotate, hinge at the plasma caster. The arms are exactly what you'd expect to see, so they go out, they rotate at the shoulder, you got a bicep swivel, you've got double jointed elbows, really nice movement there. You've got rotation here at the gauntlet, and then you've got rotation and hinge at the wrists. Now I will place a little bit of a caveat on these, because just based on past experience, that the left arm, there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a whole bunch of stuff on his chest, on his arm, and this guy right here is attached to the bicep. If you swing this arm up way too far, maybe too fast, you can start to pry it off because it's just glued in. There's a little divot in there that it sits in. Just watch out. If too much pressure here will cause it to pop out that way. Also, this is stuff we've seen a lot lately with this particular body, with these pieces. We've got the tubes here again, so watch out when you're bending these, and then watch out when you're moving it here. Just you can pop those out. You can put them back in if you know how to do it. But just watch out, you could tear them off. I've done that before, I think on camera before. We've got an upper diaphragm swivel here, a little bit backwards, a little bit forwards. We've got the ball joint at the waist for rotation. You've got legs that go out, they kick forward, they kick back. You can rotate in there. So pretty much all the standard movement you'd expect to find here. You've got double jointed knees, and then of course we have got the telltale ball joints at the ankles for forwards, backwards, side to side, and then of course rotation. So this guy does just about everything that you would expect to find. If you've seen any Ultimate style Predators recently, or if you have the Ahab Predator, for example, that's a really good example, you know exactly what this guy can do, but you can get him into a number of really dynamic poses. Let's face it though, when it comes to this particular Predator, when it comes to most Predators for me, where it counts is the design, the look, the paint, and I've said it before, the oddly colored Predators always do it for me. So the blues, the greens, and in this case, the green and yellow Predator, because this guy has just a great color scheme going for him, and I think NECA's done a pretty superb job of just making him pop and bringing him to life. So he very much fits the Golden Angel aspect of things, because for one, we do have that nice yellow hue, but his armor is all gold. So you've got the spot for the smart disc over here, you've got the shin guards, the knee guards, the little foot guards down here. We've got his console on his wrist here, which is of course hinged, so you can pop that guy open. The armor that runs on the chest to the shoulder. This is stuff we've seen a lot recently. The Ahab Predator, for example, shares a lot of these parts which is fine. They all very much have very similar designs anyway, notwithstanding action figures, just in terms of their design. And then we've, of course, got a very, very gold and vibrant Plasmacaster, which looks pretty stellar. It looks great in gold. I really dig everything about this guy. NECA's made this particular figure look really metallic, but at the same time very much used, and you can tell that he's been in battle. It's a shiny gold, but it's not overly shiny, if that makes any real sense. And we do, of course, have the extending gauntlet blades, so you can pull these in and out. Always love those. We have got a sheath for his sword on the back, and I've already got the sword in there. We'll talk about that shortly. On the back side of the figure, you've got all of that netting that's done, really nice. A lot of green on the back side of the skin tones, and then on the front is where we see the majority of the yellow, and then there is kind of almost fluorescent orange spotting on his arms, some on his chest and down his thighs. So he just looks really good. I mean, he's a very unique Predator in look and color, and I think NECA's just done a great job bringing him into figure form. You know, we've seen all of these parts, well, almost all of these parts before, and they just do a fantastic job with these. And then, of course, we do have the kind of trophies that he's got. He's got the bone necklace, and then he's got this larger one that wraps around his chest with a bunch of little skulls. So you can tell that he's seen some battle, but he still looks really fantastic on top of that. Obviously, we have to talk about the head sculpt for a second, though, because this thing is just fantastic. It's not the same color as the body. It's a gold bronze color. It's not the same as the armor, which I really like. This is very true to the comic. This is his kind of origin appearance, because he does have an extra head sculpt. We've got an extra mask, but it's just really nice. I love the smooth edges on it. You can see it's all very angular, but at the same time, it has a lot of smooth edges. Kind of looks like scales that run through the top of the helmet itself. And then you've got those stark red eyes. You can see a little bit of his flesh peeking through the back of his skull, and then of course you've got the dreadlocks with some gold adornments on them. So just all around a great sculpt, great paint applications, and it's just a fantastic looking mask that they've made in plastic here. Now, as far as accessories goes, this guy is definitely stacked. He very much lives up to the ultimate name that NECA has set out for this particular series, and we have quite a few accessories to talk about. So, to begin with, of course, you can see I've changed them out. We do have an unmasked head here, so we've got what is just fantastically painted, a great unmasked Predator head. You can see he's got the little ring through one of his mandibles, but it's down to the coloration on this one. All the greens, the yellows, the red, the black spotting. It just looks fantastic. And then, of course, we do have the other heads. We've already talked about this guy, the origin appearance head here. And then we've got the extra head with a more futuristic, more later style mask for the Golden Angel here. More in line with the gold color on the armor. It very much matches a little better than the origin appearance, and it just looks really slick. It's not as ornate as the other one, but it's a really fantastic mask and head. Honestly, I'm not sure I'm really going to use it because I love that design, but it's cool to get it. We do have two extra hands. We have got one gripping hand, so this is a left gripping hand, and then you've got a right fist. We have, of course, got a smart disc over here, so you can pop that into the holster over here on the side. I always find that to be a little problematic for me, but, you know, your mileage may vary on that. It's not ever a huge deal. It's just something that I have trouble with usually. And then we have the flintlock pistol. So this is the pistol that he acquires while he looks this way when he's younger. And then, of course, he gives that to Danny Glover's character as quote-unquote Greyback in 1997 in Los Angeles at the end of Predator 2. So it's really, really cool to get this guy. And then we have his sword, and it's actually two pieces. But we've got a really, really ornate hilt here. It's kind of got like a saw blade effect going on. Quite a few paint apps, a little bit of a wash over it, and you pop this out. This piece fits into the sheath on his back, and then you pop this guy on, and it's kind of like an extending blade. So you pop this guy on there, and then you've got a sword, which frankly, I think looks really cool. I like this design. It's different, it's unique, and frankly, I'm always up for a Predator using melee weapons. It just works for me. So at the end of the day, I really have no complaints with this guy. Paintwork is fantastic, the sculpt is superb, Everything that he comes with is just amazing. He has every accessory you could need. It's really a complete package here. I'm a big fan of Predator 2. I specifically am a big fan of that final scene where all of the Predators decloak and the exchanging of the pistol, and it's nice to be able to get this version of that Predator from NECA. I'm hoping that they reissue the Elder in an ultimate form at some point so I can get my hands on him, but I'm really happy to have that character in any form, and honestly, I love the Golden Angel look. It's just a really cool, unique look. I'm a big fan of the oddly colored Predators, so it very much works in my favor. So that's going to do it for this look at the NECA Toys Ultimate Elder, the Golden Angel Predator. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.